Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and I have been painting eyes. I've done 4 sets, and these are the 2 best ones, I guess you'd say. I've got kind of a blue-green eye and a brown eye. So I'm going to scan these in, and I'm going to put them out on my Facebook page, in my group on Facebook, which is Jesus Junk Journal Creators. And I'm not sure if journal has an S on it or not. It might be Jesus Junk Journals Creator. No, I think it's Jesus Junk Journal Creators. Anyway, it's the group on Facebook. You're welcome to come out and join the group. And in that group, I've got, I think under files, there's a few free things. And I'm going to scan these in and add it to it. So if you want this for your Book of Esther, I took a page out of my family Bible from like the 1800s and scanned in the first page of the Book of Esther and reduced it down so it was the size that would fit into our journal. And then I thought I'd paint Esther. And I just haven't painted eyes for so long. I've been trying to get it right. Didn't quite hit what I wanted to, but it's okay. I put them in there. And I'm also going to put the plain page so that you can print it off. And if you want to paint your own face, you can. Or if you want to use that page for some other journal card in here, you can do that too. So that'll be out there. And then I'm going to show you a couple more things. I told you I was going to do the circle closures on this one. Okay, on this fold in that I attached. And so I got my circles ready. And what I do, because I'm kind of lazy, I don't like cutting circles out. So I did 4 circles, but what I did is I punched out a whole bunch of 1-inch circles and glued them together so they're thicker. And so I've got two sets to go here and here and wrap the thread around. And I'm going to take this card out here. So I'm going to get my awl. Let's see, how's this going to work? If I put this, I want it where it's not going to mess this up because those little feet from the brads will stick through. So I'm going to put it, I think, here. So let me stick the hole through here for, oh, and sorry, I need to get, I've got a piece of this packaging I always use to stick through so I don't stab myself. So I'm going to stab through the middle of that. And then, let's see, I kind of want it, I might put it right there by that weird looking thing on that drawing. So I need to get it farther enough over so it doesn't interfere with the fold that it's attached on. It's right in the middle of that. That'll work fine. And let me get my brads. So these are Tim Holtz. They're called long fasteners on the packaging, but they're just brads. They're small brads. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that. Poke that through. And then I'm going to put the other one. Uh-oh, did I put, uh-oh, hang on. I didn't put both of them. I only put one. Okay. So take that back out. Poke a hole in this bottom circle. And I got these pretty thick, actually, probably thicker than I needed to. I hope this brad's going to be okay with that. I guess it will. Okay, ooh, that's pretty thick. I think I did like 5 circles. Okay. Yeah, that's really thick. Overkill. Okay, poke a hole on this one. And spread the little feet out over here. Now I could put a piece of washi tape on it. I think I'll just leave it. I don't know. Sometimes I think the washi tape looks worse than the than the sorry. I think the washi tape looks worse than the actual brad feet showing. No, that's just me. Everybody gets to do what they want to do. That's what's fun about junk journals. Okay, so I'm going to get some waxed linen thread here. Tie it here. Let's see. Not sure how much I want, so I'm going to cut off an amount and then I'll trim it later. Got everything stacked up here. Okay, I think I'll tie it on this one. Tie a double knot, trim it off. Okay, now wind around this a couple of times. Perfect, okay. All right, so there's my circle closure I had talked about. And so I'm going to go and get a couple more things together and then I will be back. Okay, well, I actually took quite a break between the last little segment and today. So I'm going to show you what I did. I wanted to boho this journal up a little bit. So I did some sort of patchwork stitching, slow stitching. Put some buttons on here, added some velvet, and just tried to make it look more boho. And this will be my catch. I'm going to use some ribbon and tie around it to shut it. And then on the inside, I also added a pocket here and a pocket here, some buttons, some fringe. And let's see, let me see what else I've done since the last time. I had forgotten to put this one in, and I didn't want to cover up any more pages. I like all my pages, so I decided to put it in from the top with a piece of velvet and some Fabri-Tac. And so it just lifts up like that, and that way I don't lose the page underneath it. And that might be all I've done inside. But what I wanted to show you, I went back through the story of Esther and I decided that I wanted to add some more parts of the story that I wasn't able to put in the kit. So here's some steps that kind of go in between. Esther appoints a fast. I did banquet number 1 and banquet number 2. Mordecai discovers treason. Mordecai mourns when he hears the fate of the Jews. Haman plots to destroy the Jews, and he gains the king's confidence in his signet ring, allowing Haman to write a decree to kill them. Haman comes to ask permission to hang Mordecai, but instead has to honor him. And Ahasuerus can't sleep. He has the chronicles read to him and realizes he's never rewarded Mordecai. So those are just some more of the steps. Like I said, I had kind of a hard time deciding what to put in my kit that would carry the story through. And, you know, if you know the story, you're fine with what's in there, but I'm going to add these additional steps. So here's what I thought. I just hand lettered these. They're nothing fancy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to scan these in and I'm going to put them out there if you guys want them for free. I'm going to put them in my Facebook group, which is Jesus Junk Journals Creators. And under files, I'm going to put these so you can cut them out and use them if you want to for no charge, because it's just, you know, they're nothing spectacular. And then I'm going to come back up here and ink these, like with Distress ink, and just try to decorate them up. So let me do that real quick before I do that. I want to scan them like this so you can do your own treatment to them if you decide you want them. Okay, well, here I am back. I scanned in these cards, and then I ended up spending the whole evening touching them up. Because once I scanned them, I noticed just I couldn't let them go with all the imperfections. So things like that and that, I had to touch them up. So that took the whole rest of the night. But anyway, they're out there on my Facebook page for whoever would like them. And so I changed that. I didn't like that, so I fixed that. There's just, anyway, the cards, and I reduced them slightly so they're not as large. Anyway, so they're out there on my Facebook group, which is, again, Jesus Junk Journals Creators, and you can join it. And it's in files, under files. Okay, so back to this. So I was just looking at them, and I was going to look for ways to enhance them a little bit, and I thought I'd use some washi tape. And I found these three that I like that seem kind of boho, and like they would go with Queen Esther. So I'm going to just add a little bit of enhancement, whatever you want to call it. I think I'll go past the edge, and then I'll go back and cut them with scissors. I might skip this one. Here's, okay. I'll use the blue. I don't feel like sparkly should be on a card that says more and so. Okay. That one doesn't really have room. Banquet has room, but I wish I had, well, I do have gold. Let me pull out a gold. And I've got a gold one laying around here somewhere. Oh, here they are. Okay. All right, there's gold. Okay, so put a line of that across the bottom of this one. And this one too. Well, I've got all these copper ones. I wish I had more that had gold on them. Ooh, I think I need some more washi tape. Okay, let's see. I think I'll use that silver. It's also got pink. Boy, it's funny how different washi tapes are. This is super thin. Okay. All right, I think that's enough of that. I've got 10 pair of scissors around here, but I can't seem to put my hand on a pair of them. Oh, here's some over here. I don't know about you guys. I don't know. Do you do this? I come up here with a certain idea in my mind of what I'm going to do, and it just completely goes out the window. And that's why I haven't had videos on for a while, because I have something in mind to shoot, to do the video on, and then I end up doing something else. And it's fine, except that I feel the pressure of getting the other thing done so I can get my video out there for you guys. If you're watching and trying to keep up and do this video or do this journal with me, and it's in real time, it's like, come on, Pam, put your video on. Or at least that's how I feel like people are out there. Maybe not. Maybe I'm worrying about it too much. Nobody cares. Okay. Okay, so I put this card. This is also out there in my Facebook group. Don't forget, if you want to print off one of these faces that I did. So let's see if I can remember the story and what happens when. So Mordecai discovers treason. Let me see. Here's Mordecai. So that was right before she makes her decision. Oh, I don't think I showed this either. I used some of that elastic stretch. It's called stretch lace, it says. And it is 4.5 millimeters. And so I used the pink and I ran it through here. So I put a knot. So I did 2 holes here, 2 holes here. So I tied a knot, went through here, out, under, back, and tied another knot. So that made a little holder here because I didn't want anything too obtrusive to hold that card. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Oh, this is, okay, so this is where he's not given Mordecai the respect that Mordecai thinks he deserves. And so Mordecai discovers treason. Actually kind of goes in here somewhere. So what I'm going to do is paper clip it just so I kind of have a general idea where these go. And then Haman comes to ask permission to hang Mordecai, but instead he has to honor him. I've got a picture of that. Yes. Okay, so that is this one. So I'm going to paper clip this here. And then Haman plots to destroy the Jews. He gains the king's confidence. So that's back here, kind of about the time that Haman, yeah, right here. So, you know, I might even just leave it there with his card. So, kind of explains what he does. And Mordecai mourns when he hears the fate of the Jews. So that's right before he tells her this is the time. Oh, and here's the fast. I think I had, yeah. Here's the fast. And so this kind of goes here because this page talks about how she asked them to fast. So I'll stick that in here. So then the first banquet happens. And okay, so here's what she says when she goes. Yeah, this is her second banquet. So I'm going to just put banquet number 2. And then this is where Ahasuerus can't sleep because it's like in between the 2 banquets and they're just right on top of each other. So here's banquet number 1. Mordecai mourns when he hears the fate of the Jews. So this is when he's telling Esther, like, they kind of argue and she's scared. And he says, you better do it because, yeah, that goes about here. I think that's the end for this video, finally. And so I hope you liked it. If you like it, please click the like button. Think about subscribing, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.